Okay, so today we've got Frogan! As you can see pictured here, cosplaying as Grimace. So why is Frogan back on the radar? Well, I'll tell you why. The word on the street, a little birdie told me, this is all alleged, Frogan has purchased 5,786 Big Macs in the last year.
What? How could you possibly know this?
Well, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. She could have purchased 3,511 Big Mac McValue meals.
Okay, but how do you know it's Big Mac McValue meals? Are they halal now?
Well, let me explain. So we have to rewind just a little bit. As we know, Frogan has a GoFundMe for a defense fund relating to Ethan Klein, Lex Luthor's lawsuit. So what's the lawsuit I'm talking about? Well, I've made a playlist, right? There's a playlist linked to this video. We've talked about this quite a bit.
There's law.
There's law, yeah. So it all started when Kaceytron, Denims and Frogan reacted to Ethan Klein's video called The Content Nuke, which was a video about Hasan Piker.
Yes, and the term reacted is being very generously used.
Yeah, that's right. They basically said, let's take all Ethan's revenue and just watch it on our own streams to our audiences kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm going to take a 20-minute long piss, everyone. Just watch the stream.
People have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're going to watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say, don't you think?
Yes, I do. So Kaceytron was the first one to fall. She did that ISIS hostage video where she had to apologize to Ethan Klein. Lex Luthor! So as we all know, Frogan, quite a horrible person.
Why don't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope? I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. 6250. 9/11 baking stream with Raph and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raph, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake. And we'll make an airplane. And we'll recreate 9/11.
Cool.
I think I've pointed this out before, but do you notice how it looks like her head is floating when she's wearing the black hijab?
Yeah.
It's like watching a Queen video. You know, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah, it is too, yeah. Anyway, let me elucidate you on the Big Macs and or Big Mac McValue meals. Right after this, let's go! 1 in 3 of us aren't getting enough sleep. Under 6 hours a night puts you at a 48% higher risk of heart disease and roughly 33% higher Alzheimer's risk. While you sleep, your brain runs a cleaning cycle that clears out the plaque proteins linked to Alzheimer's. Miss deep sleep constantly, and that cleanup is neglected. Most sleep products don't fix this. They sedate you. High-dose melatonin gummies and sleeping pills keep you dependent without delivering real rest. Andrew Huberman has pointed to the same 3 supplements for years: magnesium, apigenin, and theanine.
They're much better things for sleep.
What do you choose for sleep?
Yeah, my favorite sleep cocktail based on really good, solid, peer-reviewed science is magnesium threonate. It's THREONATE, threonate. And something called apigenin, APIGENIN, which is basically a derivative of chamomile. Those two things work really well they essentially shut down the forebrain thinking, anticipating part of your brain, allow you to drift off into sleep really well.
Oh, I need that all day then, if you could shut that down.
Well, and then theanine is also the third thing in the cocktail.
Black Forest Sleepy Cocoa has all 3, plus saffron, glycine, taurine, and a 0.5 milligram dose of melatonin. Most products hit you with 10 milligrams. Your body naturally makes 0.3 of a milligram, just enough to signal sleep without morning grogginess. Right now, Black Forest have their Memorial Day deal. 50% off store-wide. It ends Sunday, May 24th. Link in the description. Now, you and I noticed back in December, I think it was, that Frogan was crying poor on her live stream. Do you remember that?
Could you stop begging for rent?
Okay, then pay my fucking rent then. You know my Venmo. Send me that shit. And we were having fun. You're the one that fucking ruined everything.
What do you mean I ruined everything? I was joking. I didn't know you were in I didn't know you were gonna cry.
That looks very unconventional, those nails. I mean, she's trying to wipe the tears from her eye sockets with these gigantic prongs coming out, like Wolverine style.
I know, I think we said at the time, how does she wipe her bum?
Yet her whole head is surrounded by fabric. Use the fucking fabric.
So getting back to the Big Macs and or Big Mac McValue meals.
Oh, you never explained this. Yeah, how do you know it's Big Macs?
Well, here's what we said at the time. This is us in December. Frogan's fundraiser is at $38,000, right? And the description reads, after nearly 2 years of targeted harassment, Ethan Klein has now escalated it into suing me for reacting to his video on Hasan and myself.
It wasn't just reacting though, was it, love?
Yeah, and it wasn't on you, it was on Hasan. This fundraiser is to cover any and all legal fees associated with his complaint, any counterclaims I may have against him, and any other bills and personal expenses lost from wages and damages.
Personal expenses. I.e. my nails and rent.
My nails and rent, exactly. I mean, it's 6 months later. This lawsuit kicked off in like June or something like that. And she specifically says in this fundraiser that this money is to cover my legal expenses and personal expenses. All of a sudden, it's December and she's begging and crying on stream for money.
And one can conclude
that she spent all the fucking money.
She spent all the fucking money on nails.
And this is further backed up, right, by the fact that 2 months into this lawsuit, she had not responded.
Ooh.
She had not responded to the initial complaint. And when she finally did get a lawyer, Ethan gave her an extension to respond. Okay, so we're months down the track, right, and she still hasn't responded.
Yeah, this whole drama kind of disappeared a bit.
Well, it's a lawsuit. Lawsuits take ages.
Time, yeah.
So it's gotten to the point now where Ethan Klein has just filed for like default. So he automatically wins because she hasn't responded.
Ooh.
So she's done this fundraiser. She's raised 38 grand. It's gotten to the end point of this lawsuit and there's no fucking money. She hasn't spent it on lawyers. She's bought, what was it? 5,786 Big Macs or 3,511 Big Mac McValue meals.
Fucking hell, Bearing. How is the Big Macs related?
It's the word on the street. So Legal Mindset did a video about this. He's a lawyer. He's like a law tube guy. He sort of came up in the Recator days. He was like a Recator associate kind of thing, but he was one that didn't get into like blow and swinging and shit like that. He's like a good one. And he's just put out a really funny video about this and we're going to have a look. So his video is called She Ate the Defense Fund.
You see, I'm conflicted now because yes, that's obviously Grimace, but with all this Big Mac talk, one would assume she'd be the Hamburglar.
It'd be more apt, right? But the Hamburglar's not fat.
There was a lot of speculation about Frogan thinking she might settle, much in the same way of Kaceytron, while some were saying she was dedicated to fighting this to the end like Denims, that she was a true warrior. Well, we now have figured out exactly what's going to happen, and that is she is going to default on this case. And that's because today we have filed in the U.S. District Court, the Central District for California, we had filed a request for default judgment against defendant Morgan Kamal Majid. That is exactly Frogan in this case.
Morgan Kamal Majid?
Yeah, I don't know. So she just did not respond. She didn't respond at all. And it's to the point now where Ethan's just going, hey, judge, listen, this woman's not saying a fucking word. So can we just call this like Ethan wins? Can we just do that?
Win for the Juther!
Win for Lex Juther! And this is after she's raised 38 grand, right? But the big sticking point is that in her fucking GoFundMe, she said this money's for my vigorous legal defense. Oh, and I might chuck in a few Big Mac McValue meals.
Nails and rent!
Yeah, or nails and rent. But let's face it, it's Big Mac McValue meals.
What is a motion for default judgment? That's a motion essentially saying, hey, they haven't responded. They've passed the deadlines. So now we're going to assume liability. So once this is accepted by the court and approved by the court, liability is completely on Frogan. She gives up the fair use defense. She can no longer argue the law. All of that is out. The only thing left after this is damages. So you can argue over damages. So she would have a chance to speak up and say, no, the damages aren't that much, or let's argue over the damages. But essentially the trial is over. It's done. She's lost after this point.
It's done. It's fucking done. So Legal Mindset, right? When he saw this GoFundMe, I can't say GoFundMe fast. I feel like I fuck it up like a retard. GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
It's like GoFundMe or something. GoFundMe. When he saw the GoFundMe, he had the same thought as us. Why the fuck does it say personal expenses in here? And what does personal expenses mean? We'll see that in a sec. But I found out about this whole default thing that Ethan has filed from a Kiwi Farms Twitter post. And you know how on the internet we all say fucking lol all the time. We all say lol or laughing my ass off, whatever the fuck. But every now and then you actually lol, like you actually fucking laugh out loud. I lolled, like I genuinely lolled at this response to this tweet.
You lolled, did you?
I lolled.
Did you lamau?
I was on the verge of lamauing. This guy deer in the spedlight says Lex Luthor wins again. I hope he makes her convert to Judaism as part of the settlement. Oh, wow. I mean, let's face it. Frogan would have seen Kaceytron's ISIS hostage video and thought, there's no fucking way I'm doing that. I can't do that. And so she's like stuck her head in the sand. I don't know what she's thinking, how she's going to resolve this. But yeah, she's just gone silent and she spent all the money on, what was it? 3,511 McValue meals.
That's a shitload of McValue meals.
Isn't it? Yeah.
So here we have in the same motion filed saying plaintiff Ted Entertainment hereby requests the clerk enter default in this matter against defendant Morgan Kamal Majid, PKA Frogan, on the grounds that the defendant has failed to appear or otherwise respond to the complaint within the time prescribed by the federal rules of procedure. Now understand, this is not asking much. All that will be required is a very simple filing. She could have told her lawyer, hey, I'm on a budget. Hey, I don't want to spend that much money. Hey, try to keep this to, just a one-pager, the bare bones. Let's just give a basic complaint response so we don't default.
Yeah, so it didn't even have to cost that much. She could have just said to her lawyer, hey, listen, let's just give him something. Let's just do a one, what's that going to cost? $250? I don't know, $500, something like that?
Yeah, and then I can spend the rest on nails and rent.
And Big Macs.
Big Macs. You know what I never understand? When people with foreign sounding names use a more Western sounding name in the beginning, what was it, Morgan Kamal for Jajad or something?
I don't know.
Why Morgan?
Well, that would be up to her parents, I suppose.
Yeah, I know, but why didn't they just go the full Muz Chalada?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. It's like John.
I think during this period of time, Frogan was looking at Kaceytron and her settlement, and she was thinking, hey, look, if I settle, I'm going to have to give all of my legal defense fund over to Ethan Klein. And instead of doing that, let me kick this down the can and use those funds for my Big Macs.
Oh, there we go. I told you the word on the street is Big Macs.
This is where Big Macs has come from.
This is where the Big Macs has come from.
So the Big Macs is a little bit more than speculation.
It's more than speculation. It's 5,786 Big Macs.
I bet you didn't even pay for the sauce.
yeah. Or 3,511 Big Mac McValue meals.
How do we know it's Big Mac? Maybe she's a McChicken girl.
Oh, look, that's fair. I suppose we could swap it. I mean, it could be quarter pounders. It could be McChickens.
Definitely not Filet-O-Fish.
Yeah, Filet-O-Fish are gay.
Who the fuck orders Filet-O-Fish
No one
at
does.
McDonald's?
No one does.
Why is it still on the menu?
I think it's a money laundering scheme. They put through a bunch of Filet-O-Fish sales, and it's just to launder the fucking spare change they get in the fucking, the donation things.
Yeah. I don't even think it's fish.
You know what? To be fair, it probably is quarter pounders because they've got less salad on them.
Higher fat content.
She probably orders the quarter pounder with no onions. You know how they've got those little tiny onion bits?
Tiny onions.
Yeah, she's like, fuck that.
No onions and no gherkins.
Yeah, I'll have a quarter pounder with extra meat and cheese, please. Make it a half pounder with extra cheese, no onions.
Wait, isn't there such thing as a pounder?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Nobody wants to pounder.
Whoa!
Harsh.
The giant mountain of Big Macs that we can all see Frogan chowing down on. Let's use that for the Big Mac fund over this period of time. And as I whittle this down, we'll eventually just not ignore it, whatever else. And hey, maybe this will go away.
I think this is conclusive. I think this has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. I think this has got more legs, this case, this case we're judging in the court of public opinion, than Ethan Klein's case. Lex Luthor's case! I think what needs to happen is someone needs to do a freedom of information thing with her local McDonald's. Produce the receipts. Her audience needs to know where this money's gone.
Yeah, release the credit card statements.
Yeah, were they bought in the form of McValue meals or single burgers?
Release the Venmo receipts.
Yeah.
You got my Venmo? Send me that shit.
Yeah, so here's Legal Mindset talking about how he was a bit fishy, a bit Filet-O-Fishy about this whole fucking thing as well. He was the same as us. He saw the GoFundMe. I can't say that fast. He saw the GoFundMe. He saw the fundraiser.
Yes.
And he said, why does it say personal expenses here? And moreover, why does it say personal expenses? And then all of a sudden in December, you've got no fucking money. You can't pay your rent.
Yeah.
You're crying on stream.
Because it's all gone to the personal expenses.
The Big Macs and or Big Mac McValue meals.
I called this out last year, and I am proven absolutely right yet again that she tucked some weasel words in here so she didn't get hit with scamming or fraud allegations. So if we turn back to the actual language that she tucked into that Give Sin Go legal defense fund, you can see it says here, this fundraiser is to cover any and all legal fees associated with his complaint, talking about Ethan Klein. Any counterclaims I may have against him, well, she can't file any counterclaims if she defaults. That's totally gone. So that's some BS to begin with. And then saying any other bills and personal expenses.
Where's the fucking money, Frogan?
Yeah.
Produce the Big Mac receipts.
Yeah, and it was very specific. She didn't say any and or bills or expenses in relation to this case.
No, it was any personal expenses relating to my fast food habits.
Anything I want.
Okay, editing bearing here. We recorded this video yesterday and it's now today. It's now today, if that makes sense. SugarTits isn't even here. That's right, but can I just say how sexy bearing is? Sure, darling. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Anyway, today, apparently the clerk at the court stamped the default thing. So it's like official. It's done. It's filed away. She fucking lost. And Frogan is apparently on stream. I haven't checked out the full thing. I've just seen this on Twitter. But she's on stream and someone asks her, are the rumors true? Did you lose the lawsuit?
I didn't lose the lawsuit.
Okay. Whoa! This is gonna get fucking interesting. I mean, where does it go from here? I've mentioned before. Surely it goes to some sort of like collections, enforcement, something. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I can't wait to see Legal Mindset's take on this. By the way, visit Legal Mindset. I've left a link in the description. Anyway, here's the end of our original video. So that's where the Frogan situation is at the moment. I found that really, really funny. I can't wait for the hostage video.
Yes, yes.
Convert to Judaism, Frogan. Visit SugarTits. She has a channel.
Yes, I do.
Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.
See ya.